So the first 4 transfer to the dash, the other 3 will go to the mid-pack event a little bit later on. So Chris Dimmick, Justin Felton. Row number 2, Corey Smith and Jake Robinson, who's been having a good run lately. Row 3, Patrick Watson, Bo Doyle and Gary Mann off the back. Great to have the Speedcars here in the Asphalt Recyclers Australia Bullring Showdown. Seven cars, 8 laps for Heat 1. Pace begins to quicken, the green lights come on. Whoa, riding a wheel was the 8 of Jake Robinson. He's going nowhere, the yellow lights come on. Very lucky not to tip it upside down, and hopefully no significant damage to the 8 car, who moved out to take them on the outside and rode the wheel of, I think, Justin Felton. So Jake Robinson will be pushed away. Jason Sutton's down there on the scene. I don't think there's any damage to the car, so pretty lucky indeed.
Just a little bit of nerf bar damage, but nothing major. Front end's pretty good, so said to Jackie, just reef on the wheel as he goes around. He should be fine.
I guess you would have maybe tuned in a little bit of the Chili Bowl action. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that kind of stuff.
No.
And glad there's not a 70-year-old Sammy Swindell in the field either.
It's been some hectic rollovers at the Chili Bowl, but we've got away with that there. Jake Robinson now from the back of the field, which elevates car number 51, Bo Doyle, to the second row. Justin Felton remains on the outside. Chris Dimmick now moves up to row 1. About set to go with this restart. 8 laps of the journey. Green lights are activated. Good start by car number 6 of Chris Dimmick as they move down the main straight. Felton in second place, Bo Doyle third. Already Jake Robinson starting to make his presence felt as he's right up there with the leading cars. It's Dimmick the leader, Justin Felton spins, and one goes upside down as a result. Patrick Watson finds himself on his lid after Justin Felton went sideways in front of the field. Watson took some evasive action, somehow went between the 89 car of Corey Smith and the 8 of Jake Robinson, and it ended up upside down here in Pitts Bend. And he tumbled over a couple of times and has landed on his lid. Not a good start to the night for Patrick Watson. Helmet on, and also to the paramedics. For those at home, here's a slow-mo replay, and you can just see Justin Felton spinning in front of the field. Coming in quickly was Joel Watson. Just clipped the front of the 8 car on his way through to of Jake Robinson, and up and over it went.
Hey guys, I'm just going to jump in with Patrick Watson. Unfortunately, Patrick, you just got caught up in that deal. Someone was going to go over the way that everyone checked up.
Yeah, just had nowhere to go. No one's fault, just racing incident.
The track's pretty soft up there, so it doesn't look like there's a lot of damage to the car.
No. Oh, that's hopefully. I haven't had a good look at it yet, so that'll be good.
All right, mate. Go get checked out by the medics, and up to you guys up back in the headquarters up there, because he is just not really sure what to think, I don't think.
Yeah, well, the good news is I don't think there's too much damage to that car, and hopefully we see him in the mid-pack race coming up. 27 car of Justin Felton just to be pushed away. It'll almost be an Indian file restart here.
I'm just looking at the car now. It looks like a right front bent shock, and that's that's about all at the moment. So I think a little bit of nerf bar, but that's nothing. So hopefully he can get straight back out in the next one.
Thanks, Chase. So form up again, Healthy Guadagnino and Bo Doyle. Corey Smith. Then will be Gary Mann. Then car number 8 of Jake Robinson, and off the back Justin Felton. It'll be Indian file because Felton caused a stoppage. He goes to the back. Robinson went to the back after the last stoppage. So this is a true start here. 2 off the front and the rest of them single file until we go green. We're green now, and it is Chris Dimmick who leads into turn 1.
Chris Dimmick heads down the back straight. Turns into turns 3 and 4. It's very, very close between second and third. Bo Doyle's got up there into second. Third place comes back the number 89 of Corey Smith. Corey Smith is under hot heels from Gary Mann and Jack Robinson, though. But our 2 leaders in Chris Dimmick and Bo Doyle lead it away. It is Chris Dimmick leading the charge at the moment, but Doyle's going to try and come around the outside. 2 down in this one after it's been a very bumpy start, Jason.
Certainly has, as they move down into turn number 1. Dimmick from Doyle, a gap back there to Smith. Mann on the inside of Mann is the 8 car. As we look at our leaders, out of turn 4 they come. Chris Dimmick leads heat number 1 of the Asphalt Recyclers Australia Bull Ring Showdown for Speedcars. Being hounded by the 51 of Bo Doyle. A gap back to Corey Smith and Gary Mann. They've got Jake Robinson stuck back there in 5th place. And last of the 6 is Justin Felton. Halfway home, our race leader is still car 6, Chris Dimmick.
And he's doing it easily at the moment as Bo Doyle loses a little bit of speed heading out of turn 2. Strengthens that gap just ever so slightly. They head into turn 3 and 4 with Corey Smith leading the pack of 4 behind, but they're a long way off our front 2 here. 3 laps to go. Heat number 1 for our speed cars tonight. They head down the back straight away. Chris Dimmick just seems to be inching that lead, but every time he does that, Bo Doyle finds a little bit more speed and comes back. Will we see that happen in these last 2 laps, or will we finish like this?
Pretty sure, I don't know that Chris Dimmick's won a heat race in the speed cars before. Won plenty in Formula 500s, but he's got a lap to go here. White flag comes out. It's Dimmick from Bo Doyle. Bo Doyle's car's really running on 3 wheels. The front left-hand wheel is not kosher with the rest of the car. He's doing a good job to wheel that run around to the checkered flag. The first home is going to be Chris Dimmick in car number 6. Dimmick first home. Bo Doyle is going to hang on for second just. Up for third will be Corey Smith, then Jake Robinson. 5th place will go the way of Gary Mann, and then Justin Felton in car number 27. The win goes to Chris Dimmick in car number 6. Limping the car home was Bo Doyle. Broke something on the steering on the front end, and that was the end of him. He got to the finish, but only just, and they stopped the car on the back straight. Third went the way of Corey Smith, and Jake Robinson rounded out your top 4. As we wait for our winner to make his way back to the infield to speak to Jason on the infield, but it's Dimmick, Doyle, Smith and Robinson, your first 4 in heat number 1 of the Asphalt Recyclers Australia Bull Ring Showdown.
And Bo Doyle on screen there doesn't seem too happy with the car. He's looking at the front of it.
Yeah, the front left-hand wheel was just all over the place like a broken shopping trolley. Let's go down to Jason Sutton.
You're exactly right. It was a broken shock on the left front. So lucky it was the left front, not the right front. It could have been a different outcome. So fantastic job from Bo Doyle. But how good is this bloke? Car number 6, as Brad Blake just has a look at a little bit of the tyre wear to make sure that we're good there. For Asphalt Recyclers Australia, the Bunbury Bull Ring Showdown, your first heat winner, Chris Dimmick, as he gets his helmet off. Formula 500 superstar, taken to Speedcars like a duck to water. How's it feel like there, mate?
Oh yeah, track's awesome. It's really racy, I think. Yeah, it's going to come up really good. Obviously, first of all, just want a massive thanks to the Guadagnino family for giving me the opportunity to run this. And yeah, my sponsors, Debbie Sand Supplies, Stainless Fastener Supplies, A Steel, yeah, and Bunbury and Wasda for putting the deal on.
It looks like the entry is all critical to get that turn right, because if you miss your entry going in, you're a little bit higher than you want to be.
Yeah, it's pretty slick down on the bottom there. So if you kind of get in across that, you're kind of just skating and waiting to try and chase the dirt. But it's yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Good job, mate. Heat number 1 winner for Asphalt Recyclers Australia. The Bunbury Bull Ring Showdown is Chris Dimmick.
Thanks, Jake. So cars just about under their own steam. All of them are under their own steam now. Cars been told to line up in an orderly fashion.
And that's not the way you want to do it. Isaiah Matic has spun up there in Pitts Bend under yellow.
That's the second time that's happened here in Bunbury. That happened in the first meeting as well. Must be a... I think it was almost...
It's a new fad.
Yeah, almost exactly the same spot too, I'm pretty sure. Not ideal. Not ideal.
See, the track's technical even just on a warm-up lap.
Yeah, be careful on that concrete down there, Chase.
Well, no one will catch me slipping over if that happens because everyone will be looking at the racing, so I'm safe.
So Isaiah Matic in car number 5, just about to be refired. And the 26 car of Keenan Fleming, according to us, should be on the front row. But he's loitering at the back at the moment. Here he comes. So we Fleming. Actually, they are now in the correct order. All about set to go with heat number 2. Lockie Marshall and William Douglas on the front row. We're green. Quickly around the outside was Keenan Fleming. Fleming moves into second place. Vaughan Manders back to third. Yellow lights are on. Oh, no. And Vaughan Manders has rode a wheel under yellow and we're red. And that is a horrific crash over on the back straight. Crash scene very quickly on the scene. Yellow lights came on for a restart and he's rode a wheel, ripped the wheel off and has catapulted down the back straight. So the yellow's clearly on and he was still under full speed. Left back wheel. Wow. He's ridden over and has gone over many, many times. We'll take a little bit of music, I think, with this one and we'll be back very soon.
Yeah, now the car, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Vaughan Manders. Vaughan, just take us through exactly what happened. You had the start of the race, you went into turn 1 and 2, came down the back straight. It was a bit of a hickledy-pickledy start. What's your recollection?
Yeah, I thought I got a pretty good start going down the back straight there. Everything was looking good, and yeah, I didn't see the yellows come on. I was concentrating on where I was on the racetrack, and yeah, just rode Keenan's wheel. So yeah, not his fault.
Now, looking at the car, it's a lot of damage to it, mate, and I'm assuming being a low-budget sort of team, you're not going to have the parts to fix that tonight.
No, definitely not.
Unfortunate, mate. Please put your hands together for Vaughan Manders. He got out of the car. He's okay. Unfortunately, yeah, the car is a bit worse for wear, and they'll get that off the track.
And it'll still be Lockie Marshall on the front row with the 61 of William Douglas. Douglas gets the best of the start this time. Keenan Fleming moves into second place. Back to Lockie Marshall in third as they run down the back straight. The greens remain on. And William Douglas leads this one out of Catalano's the first time. Right up near the concrete wall goes our third place car in Lockie Marshall. Sorry, it's not Lockie Marshall. It's the 75 car of Joel Watson in third. Fourth place at this point in time is that of Alfie Guadagnino. Then Lockie Marshall's back in fifth. Out of Pittsburgh they come again. William Douglas, the race leader. Second place, Keenan Fleming. And back in third is Joel Watson.
Douglas has just got the fastest lap, so just inching away from Keenan Fleming. Keenan Fleming is there. He had the previous fastest lap as they hit around with 5 to go. It's Joel Watson back in third, watching these two battle it out in front of them. Can Keenan Fleming get underneath? He tries, he does. Slides underneath the Pearson's. What a slide job that was. He's up in front. So Keenan Fleming, Douglas and Watson is how it sits now. Half the journey done in this one after a bumpy start with 4 to go.
So Keenan Fleming leads down the main straight. He's getting away from William Douglas. Back down to Watson in third. Fourth place is Alfie Guadagnino, and then Lockie Marshall, and last of the six is I Manage. They come out of Pittsburgh once again. They're cover 3 to go this time around. Fleming leads, Douglas in second place, Joel Watson, then Alfie Guadagnino, and fifth is Lockie Marshall. So starting to spread themselves out down the back straight, 2.5 to go. And it's Keenan Fleming who leads. Fleming leads, Douglas in second, and Watson third.
Can he come back? Fleming is doing a great job out in front on this one. As they head around with a couple of laps to go, it's Keenan Fleming out in front. It's sort of spread out a bit like hot laps now though, as they come around with Douglas. Got a lot of work to do with the white flag out. Joel Watson's back in third. Back down the back straight for the last time. Here comes Keenan Fleming out of turns 3 and 4. He's going to hit lap traffic right on the start-finish line, but that's not going to affect him. Checkered flag for Keenan Fleming, William Douglas. And then it's a long way back to Joel Watson, Alfonso Guadagnino, Lachlan Marshall and Isaiah Matic. And unfortunately, a DNF in that one is Vaughan Manders with that horrible incident as the race attempted to start. But the winner, Keenan Fleming. Great drive from him out in front once he got past him, Jason. It was goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Sayonara. Yeah. Now, we obviously have the advantage of replays up here. 4.5 times was the roll count on the 57 of Vaughan Manders. Not the one, and Vaughan said in the interview he thought he got a flying start and didn't see the yellows. Everyone else checked up, but he didn't, and rode the wheel of Keenan Fleming, who ultimately became the winner of the race. Let's go down and talk to Keenan Fleming. Here's Jason Sutton.
Cheers, guys. Well, they call him Crackers. Keenan Fleming, Asphalt Recyclers Australia Bunbury Bullring Showdown Heat 2 winner. Crackers, I'm going to say it a few times tonight, technical racetrack, but your car seems to be sitting really nice on that left rear.
Yeah, no, track's really fun. We've definitely changed this car to try and suit this track a bit better, and yeah, I was really comfortable, so hopefully we can do a bit more of that in the future.
I'm sure you don't want them to play the track too much because it's sitting really nice half track right now.
Yeah, no, it's the track's actually really fast and racy, and yeah, not too rough. So I'm looking forward to this feature.
Good job, mate. Nice heat win. Did you hear that, Bunbury? Nice racetrack. That's what we like to hear in the Southwest, and fantastic Heat 2 win by Keenan Fleming.
Yes, indeed. Track in good condition at the moment. Our race, the way they'll start the feature race later on tonight. For Asphalt Recyclers Australia, it'll be Chris Dimmick and Keenan Fleming on the front row. Bo Doyle on row 2 with William Douglas. Row number 3 is Corey Smith and Joel Watson, and row number 4 is Jake Robinson and Alfie Guadagnino. 6 laps the journey for the Speedcar Dash. All about set to go. Chris Dimmick and Keenan Fleming on the front row. This will determine the first 4 rows of the main event for the Speed Cars later tonight. We are green. Keenan Fleming got a good start on the outside. Takes the lead away from the 6 car in second place at Chris Dimmick. Dimmick fights back. Also right there is William Douglas. So run down the back straight the first time, and also not far behind as they come out at turns 3 and 4 to complete the first lap. And going quite nicely is the 75 of Watson. So the opening lap done, unfortunately. Oh, trouble!
Ooh.
Big crash.
That was a big crash. Just
Yep,
had nowhere to go.
Yeah, the car stopped and propped. And unfortunately, upside down goes Chris Dimmick in car number 6. We also lost Jake Robinson at the same time. So a big crash over there in turn number 2. Crash crew on the scene, but we are red.
All right, I've got some $50 Froth Craft Brew vouchers to give away now. So, who got quick time in qualifying in tonight's 360? So I've got two $50 vouchers to give away to Froth.
Daniel Kane.
That's one. I'll come up this way. Anyone know who got quick time in this part of the grandstand?
You're walking down towards turn 4 for those that might be wondering where Jared is.
Yes, he did. There you go. You can go enjoy a nice Froth Craft Brew. They've given us a couple of $50 vouchers.
Don't forget the photo, Jared.
Oh, yes, hold. Do you mind if I take a photo?
Yes, I do mind. So William Douglas.
She was very obliging.
Oh, thank you, Jared. That's great.
I've still got a couple of passes to give away here. We've got a bit of time and looked how things over on. I'll let you update on what's happening over there, and I'll think of a question for the next one.
Yeah, sure. Jace, I think you might have been on the scene to at least one of the incidents, either Chris Dimmick or Jake Robinson, if you want to chime on in.
Yeah, guys, I'm just over here. We've got 2 team cars at the moment, not looking too good. Alfie Guaganino's pretty upset. I've got Chris Dimmick with me, who drives the 6, and Alfie's in the 16. Unfortunately, Alfie's got a lot of damage too. Chris, can you just take us through it, buddy?
Yeah, we just got in there. Will got in on the top and just jumped the cushion a little bit, got crossed up, and unfortunately just had nowhere to go. And I got his front end, and that was it. And obviously Alfie, unfortunately, has got in there as well. So not the best way to end the night, but we'll see if it's fixable and see if we can make it back out for the feature.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of time. Hopefully we do a track grade or something, just touch it up, and you get you a little bit of time to do that. I don't think I'll talk to Alfie, but as long as you're all right, actually I'll try to. May as well, Alfie will be all right. Alfie, I know you're pretty upset. Bit of damage to the car. Doesn't look that bad. Looks like the Nerf bar's squashed onto the engine there a little bit and on your right rear tyre. Just take us through us, buddy, and we'll just walk away for a little bit so they can pick the car up.
Yeah, we'll push you out of the way, buddy. Jump in there?
We'll let them do their thing. But yeah, pretty unfortunate, especially with 2 team cars getting into it. I don't think I want to be back in the pits and be around that team too much. But they seem pretty happy just trying to get it done, and hopefully they can get both cars back out for the feature.
Yeah, let's hope so, because also on the infield is the 8 of Jake Robinson, another one of our accomplished drivers in this field tonight, and he's sitting on the grass. So we're down to a field of 5 on this restart. Keenan Fleming, Will Douglas, Joel Watson, Bo Doyle and Corey Smith.
I'll try to get Jake Robinson. He just shut off. He just shut the car straight off, so he came off on the main straight. So I'll just try to get a word with him in a minute for you.
Cool, thanks, Jace.
Do you reckon we have enough time to give a couple more away?
Go on, try.
All right, who won last year's 360 state title and the year before? If you can name those 2, I'll give it to you. If you can just name last year, I'll think about it.
So they line up for a restart just quickly over at Manjimup. Yes, not Mandurah, but Manjimup. The first of the Junior B mains, Brax Hardy, has advanced to the final along with Jake Bradley from Victoria and Lucas Stevens. They have advanced to the main event, and B Main 2 is on track at the moment. This is the start lap. We have 1 lap down. Keenan Fleming, William Douglas, Joel Watson, Bo Doyle, Corey Smith, with 5 laps remaining. Pace car for John Day goes on to the infield. Fleming, Douglas, Watson, Doyle and Smith. Unfortunately, Dimmick, Gordonino and Robinson all out on lap 1 in separate incidents.
Just a quick one, Jason. Peter Proud, if you know him, I'll do it after this.
Okay, away we go. Around the cone they go into turn number 1. Keenan Fleming skips away. So they go down the back straight. William Douglas along with Bo Doyle. So they come out of turn number 4. Whoa, 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 whoa. William Douglas does a 360 with Pike. He's able to keep the car going, but he goes back to last. So our race leader is Fleming from Watson. Back in third place, Bo Doyle, then Smith, and at the tail is William Douglas, as we've got 3 laps down.
Keenan Fleming has got this one all sewn up at the moment with Joel Watson. Hot on the trot at the moment. They've spread right out in a very reduced field for heat number, for the dash I should say here for the Speedcars. 4 laps done in this one with a couple to go, and it's Keenan Fleming a long way out in front. The distance is now 1.695. Back to Bo Doyle in third. Can't see too much changing in this one. White flags out for our race leader. He comes around and receives that. So 1 more to go for Keenan Fleming. He's had a pretty good drive out in front. That car is a long way in front, just shy of 2 seconds. He heads down the back straightaway. It is going to be Keenan, but he gets a bit of a bump and comes out of there. Thought it was all over, but he held on to it. Keenan Fleming. How was that? Joel Watson and Bo Doyle. But Keenan Fleming, wowee. That was a bit of a ride on the wild side coming out of turn number 3 and into turn number 4. Thought that it was almost, as Jason would say, chocolate to boiled lollies there. It looked very close. When you hear Jason pipe up in the background, you know that that was very close to being all but done for Keenan Fleming. But he managed to hold on to it, and he picks up the heat or the dash win here for the Speedcars in the 6 laps. Jason, you were watching what I was watching. That felt like it was going to be a different story.
I think Crackers saw the fence come up almighty close and realised he was on the fence. But he wins again, and that will put him on pole for the main event later on tonight, thanks to Asphalt Recyclers Australia, bringing us the Bull Ring Showdown here in Bunbury. So Keenan Fleming wins the A-Dash, and he's downstairs with Jace.
Yeah, first thing I'm going to ask him is he's not going to get his mum to clean that race suit, mate, after that half lap there you did, because you definitely got a little bit of scary up there.
Mate, I wash my own race suit.
He's that tough. Now, it looked like, the track widened up about, probably 8-10 feet then, but pretty much business as usual, but you did get a little bit scary going into 3.
Yeah, I just entered a little bit too hard, I think, on that last lap, and yeah, she biked up a little bit, but I just... the track was still really fun. It's pushed up just a smidgen more, but yeah, hopefully it stays a bit like that for the feature, and we can come away with a win, hopefully.
Will you do much adjustments to the car? Because it looks pretty nice, mate.
If the track doesn't change, we'll probably just leave it, mate. Don't fix what ain't broke.
All right, A-Dash winner. Well done, Crackers Keenan. And I tell you what, boys, if he's running up there like that, this speed car feature race is going to be an absolute ripper.
So we're about to get underway. 6 laps of journey. We're up to the mid-pack dash.
Scheduled to start at 8:10 and we'll start at 8:11.
Where'd we lose that minute?
Waiting for you to finish, making sure everyone will sit safe as we get ready for the mid-pack dash. Lights go green, and they are away. And the 43 of Lachlan Marshall is there with Gary Mann and Felton as well. They all get around turns 1 and 2 successfully and head down the back straight away for the first time in this mid-pack dash. 10 here at the Bunbury Speedway, but out in front, pushing this one into turns 3 and 4 and moving his way into that position for the mid-pack dash is Lachlan Marshall from Gary Mann. It's Justin Felton just holding on to 3rd position as they head down the back straight for the second time. Oh, it's been an unlucky corner for the leader at the moment as turns 3 and 4. Lachlan Marshall holds on as well, Jason.
Well, Lockie Marshall nearly did a Keenan Fleming and tried to go back to the pits by going through the fence. But all's well that ends well for the moment. Right up near the concrete, precariously close in fact. Lockie Marshall leads down the main straight with 3 to go. Back in second place, Gary Mann. The battle's on for third. Justin Felton, Patrick Watson, and back into Isaiah Matic. Down the back straight we run. This is the mid-pack dash. Our race leader. Oh, God, he's getting close. Get away from that concrete wall, Lockie Marshall. He's got 2 to run.
He does, and I'm a bit nervous about calling him into turn 3 and 4 here because he spent a bit of time close to that fence, but far enough away for him to be successfully out in front. Gary Mann has got to chase on. He's got a couple of laps to do it. In fact, 1 lap to do it as the white flag comes out. Lockie Marshall into turn 1, past Peter Santini's. He's the second in front of Gary Mann. Then a fair way back to Patrick Watson and Felton and Mage to finish this one off. Checkered flag out, Lachlan Marshall finishes first in the mid-pack dash for the Speedcars. Second, Gary Mann and Patrick Watson. Fourth is Felton. And Isaiah Matic back in 5th position to finish things off. But Lockie Marshall spent a couple of times very close to that turn 3 and 4 fence.
Well, I reckon there's just about a wheel mark on the wall up there.
It does look a bit that way. But he's it's been certainly a...
We might be able to find out from Jason if Lockie Marshall does his own washing. Found out that Keenan Fleming does his own washing.
Yeah, there might be a big dry cleaning thing from Monster going in there tomorrow, I can tell you.
Might be a sponsorship opportunity.
So Lachlan Marshall pulls in infield as our next lot of 360s come out for their next event in heats 3 and 4. But it's downstairs to Jace with Lachlan Marshall who's just taking his helmet off.
Lockie Marshall, how cool was that, mate? You're flirting with that fence like Scott Beattie flirts with all the girls at Ellenbrook Speedway. Now, mate, you got to be close. Everyone had their hearts in their mouth, dude. Don't keep doing that all night, but it must be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a technical track out there. Yeah, a few holes kind of get you a bit unsettled, so the goal is to keep away from the wall and just finish the feature.
Absolutely. Much to do with the car when you go in, or are you pretty happy with that at the minute?
Well, other than probably checking the Jacobs ladder that it's doing straight after that race, then probably I'll work on a few things to try and keep it better, but just got to look at the track and see what that does.
Good job, mate. Well done and fantastic effort. Look, Marshall, tell you what, guys, it's great to see this young fella up there and winning that race. It does his confidence a lot of good.
Thanks, Jace. Certainly does. There's a lot of really good young